Short-term pleasure gives long-term pain. I'm John Laspina. I'm the Carnivore Teacher here on YouTube, and I want to talk about that topic briefly today. We as humans like to satisfy ourselves. We like to get these little dopamine hits of pleasure, or oxytocin hits of pleasure, or serotonin hits of pleasure. There are many ways we get pleasure. Some people take drugs. Some people smoke cigarettes, some people drink alcohol, some people do things to make themselves get these little hits of happiness. And we seek these little hits of pleasure and happiness, these paths of least resistance, because that's human nature. It's who we are. If we don't think about it, we just tend to want to be happy. And what makes us happy? Well, a lot of us fall into eating foods that make us happy. We fall into eating sugary foods because sugar is addictive chemically, physically, psychologically, and emotionally. Sugar is addictive and it makes us happy temporarily, in the moment. I like to use the phrase, you get your 6 or 7 seconds of pleasure when you put the sugar in your mouth, your taste buds taste it, it lights up your brain, your eyes open wide, you swallow it and get the pleasure. And then by the time you've swallowed it, unless you take another bite and another bite, until you're finished, that's the amount of pleasure you got. And now, for the next few hours, days, and sometimes a week, you have to deal with the negative consequences of all that sugar. And that's the roller coaster of emotions, because it caused your pancreas to secrete a huge bolus of insulin. Then the insulin's too high, and then your body is craving more sugar because your insulin is so high. And you want to find that happiness again. So you're constantly finding foods that give you that happy feeling. So be aware of how foods react in your body, what they do to you. Some foods do the same things to everybody, and some foods don't react certain ways to certain people, and they do react certain ways with other people. Find what makes you happy outside of chemicals, outside of food. Use food as fuel. You want your protein, your fatty acids, your vitamins and your minerals, which can be found in animal products. Beef, lamb, pork, poultry, fish, and eggs. Cooking with animal fats like butter, beef tallow, bacon fat, ghee. Get your pleasure not from that, even though you can enjoy a delicious ribeye steak and some yummy bacon and get some dopamine hits, but don't eat it for that reason. Don't eat food to feel good. You want to eat food to feel well. There's a difference there. When you're trying to find foods that make you feel good, you're using food as a drug to satisfy an addiction, an emotional addiction. If you use food to make yourself feel healthy and functioning properly, that's the word well. I always say, eat well so that you can look and feel well and become the optimized version of yourself. I never say eat good so you feel good. You can shoot up heroin and feel good. You can snort cocaine and feel good or great. Right? But there's all those awful, addictive, negative consequences that come with addictive drugs. Food can be just like an addictive drug. So don't eat food to feel good. Eat food to feel well. And then you focus on other things in your life that make you feel well as well. Like learning a musical instrument, learning a new language, talking to friends, journaling, writing, reading a good book, whatever, doing a puzzle, playing a game, something, an activity that's healthy or neutral, that improves your soul and spirit and maybe your physical body if it's exercise, lifting, running, jogging, playing a sport, that makes you feel well because it's healthy. And in the process, you feel good too. But it's not a negative. When you eat sugar to feel good, it doesn't make you feel well in the long term. It hurts you in the long term. So I summarize, eat well so that you can look and feel well. Don't eat so that you feel good. And that means you choose the correct foods that are for nourishment only, and find your dopamine hits, your oxytocin hit, your serotonin hits. Get those happy pleasure hits, your endorphins, through exercise, through all these other things that you can do in life that are healthy for the body. Hold a puppy, play with your baby nephew or niece. Those are healthy oxytocin, dopamine hit type things to do. Don't use food as a drug. Ladies and gentlemen, if you liked this video, click the thumbs up. If you like my content and you're not a subscriber, I invite you to please subscribe to my channel. If you click the share button and send it to Facebook or X or Instagram or wherever, or attach it to an email, that really helps the algorithm. And then the algorithm means that YouTube sees that people are sharing and liking, and it recommends it to more people in the world on the internet. Have a great day.